the regular meeting to order on 2/17/26 at 1800 Central, Wallace Central Office Building. I'd like to welcome in all board members are present except Amanda. Everybody stand for pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Also move to approve the agenda.
Second.
John second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Any public comment? Hearing no public comments, any board member comments? Ms. Becky?
Just wanted to congratulate our very own Miss Tackett that is here. So tell us about the award you won for the FRC.
It's through the Northern Kentucky Educational Cooperative. It is the Educational Support Excellence in Service Award.
Okay. Well, that's great. So proud of all the work you do. That's all I have.
Ms. Ashley?
No.
John?
No.
I would like to recognize our track team. They competed this past weekend. Cassie Baker set a personal record in the 55-meter dash. Landon Baker personal record in the 55-meter dash, the 200-meter dash. Corey Thompson a personal record in the 1,600-meter run. Colton Rasman a personal record in the 1,600-meter run. Philip Carter a personal record in the 800-meter run. I think we ought to all recognize those students for their accomplishments because they do a phenomenal job representing us.
Great.
Bear with me, I'm moving back and forth between screens here. Any other comments? Staff, school report, student board member, Miss Brandon?
Yeah, so our winter guard competed this past Saturday for the first competition of the season. They placed 6th overall. I believe there was, 10, that's better than they've done ever since. I know this group has been in high school, so that's good. They placed 3rd in 2 of the subcategories. I don't know what the subcategories are, but I don't know much about winter guard, but I was like, hey, that's great. The boys soccer has been practicing and their numbers are up from last year, so that's always a good thing. On Saturday, the FFA took a trip down to Louisville to the farm machinery show. We had a great turnout. Everyone seemed to have a great time. Educators Rising, Winter Guard, FFA, Band, FBLA. We all have competitions coming up in March, so we're all doing our best efforts to prepare for that. And then softball and baseball tryouts did start today after school. So
A lot going on.
a lot going on. Yeah, we're hitting the busy.
Yeah.
Busy,
Awesome.
busy, busy. That's all I got.
Anything else, Miss Brandon?
Nope, that's all I got.
Enrollment attendance report? Anyone?
Okay, just real quick, you have a copy of that attendance report in front of you. Enrollment went down a little bit, but that was after we had a kind of an interesting bump last month. Enrollment overall, though, is still higher than it was at the beginning of the year and at the close of last year. So, still up a little bit on the year. Overall attendance is still doing really well, still well over 94% for the year, which is, about 0.8, percent higher than this time last year. So, even though we went through a little bit of rough spell with the weather and with sickness, and still battling some sickness, our attendance percentage is still good for the year. So, still doing pretty good on the truancy front and getting those things addressed, but ultimately short and sweet. You have it all in front of you. Any questions?
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Future Tony Jury.
I'll roll his into mine, Hargis.
Okay. Mr. Orban?
So a couple things. So Mr. Jury couldn't be here this evening, but some things that they've been had going on in the last few days. They met today with the different buildings to go over prep for the SAT that they're going to be taking on March 2nd. So the state has shifted from the SAT or from the ACT to the SAT, so different testing platform. The SAT has done a really good job. They provide a lot of resources and training for teachers, things that students can use at home to practice and prepare. The staff has done a lot of SAT prep with the students leading up to the test in a couple weeks. Also, there are two different versions of what they call the PSAT. So the freshmen get the opportunity to take one, the sophomores will take another, which prepares them for the SAT that they will take as juniors. So that's all a change, but working on test administration, making sure they've got the logistics of everything was something that they have been doing, along with meeting with all the building assessment coordinators, because we're already thinking about prep and schedule for state testing as that comes up in May. So that's a few things that have been going on. We had, was it last Saturday that we had?
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. We had a great turnout at one-to-one reading event. Then they brought 7, I think, of the 9 people that got
Okay.
trained in
Yeah.
on Monday to just work on coordinating with teachers, getting matched up with students. So sometime either later this week or next week, we're going to have community members coming in, paired up with students, reading with them and doing some different things. It's something that we've been working on to get started. Weather kind of delayed this a little bit, but we're finally up and going. So we're very excited about that. Piggybacking off what Becky mentioned earlier with Ms. Tackett and also Mr. Wayne Scudder getting nominated for awards through the NKYEC. So Mr. Scudder with the Golden Apple, Ms. Tackett with that Extraordinary Service Award. So I know she's excited to go up in front of the large crowd and have that dinner and get up on stage and be recognized in front of everybody in Northern Kentucky. But she does a fantastic job and is definitely deserving of that recognition. We had a preschool event last week, a Valentine's dance, had over 70 parents and 48 students there. So, I mean, that's fantastic turnout. So shout out to Miss Bishop and the preschool team for all the hard work that they did getting that organized. District basketball tournament coming up next week. So got a lot going on, hosting boys and girls. So, and that's everybody, the maintenance, custodial crews, everybody in athletics. So we're looking to host a great event. And then next Thursday evening from 6 to 8, we have our second annual parent night at the ATC and JCTC in Carrollton. So that's where we make that night available. They bring their staffs in. Our 7th and 8th grade parents get an opportunity to go down, take tours, to see preps them for what they can become interested in the college and career lab that we started offering this year in the middle school, and also help them have ideas about what they might want to pursue and study when they get to high school. And then there is an event coming up in March that parents will have an opportunity to go do something similar at Gateway up in Florence.
Did you say 7th and 8th grade?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Great.
And that's all I've got.
Thank you, Mr. Orban. Everybody get a chance, item E and F.
Yes.
Moving on to consent agenda, I so move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Ms. Becky seconds. Any discussion? Hearing no further discussion, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Did we lose? I need aye.
Everybody said aye.
Yeah.
Okay. I lost sound there for a minute. All opposed? Motion carries. Item 8, recommended action, new business. Review, approve, audit of financial statements by, I think it was Denningham. Yeah. Item 8A, also moved.
Should I present or?
Yes,
Go ahead.
Hargis is sick, started cracking himself up, he's gonna get choked.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'll be quick, but you have a copy of the audit report and a presentation here. I'm going to go over the presentation. Essentially, we were engaged to perform an audit of this is the 2025 fiscal year. It's a little bit further behind with the government shutdown and compliance supplement being late. Katie extended the deadline, so we got it in at the end of end of January, excuse me. On the required communications page, second page, I'll just go over these quickly. We do not provide absolute assurance. We provide reasonable assurance looking at risk-based auditing procedures. We look at internal controls, and it's not an internal control audit, but we do get an understanding of the internal controls of the district. Our audit does not relieve you or management of your responsibilities, and the engagement letter has additional responsibilities for auditors and management. On the executive summary page, we do have, or we issued an unmodified or clean opinion on both the financial statements and the single audit. We received excellent cooperation from Mary Jane and her staff, Linda, Dana, Jane Lynn also provided a good amount of documentation. I'll skip down to, there was a new accounting standard, GASB 101, compensated absences, and basically that just unifies how local government measure and recognize PTO, vacation, sick leave. You know, different governments have different names for it, but just kind of unifies it into one kind of policy on how to record it. There were no internal controls that are reportable. We are not aware of any matters related to fraud or illegal acts that would require communication. If there were, we would communicate those to you. And then the management representation letter is attached to the back of this presentation, and it's basically what the district signs to say, you know, we've provided all the documentation, we've been truthful about everything, we've been you know, welcoming with open arms with everything that you're asking of us, so that you can peruse through that. One past adjustment, meaning it was not posted to the financials. There was a double booking of receivables in 2024, and typically that would require a prior period adjustment, which would be additional disclosures in here. It's $168,000. In the grand scheme of things for the whole district, that is immaterial, so we decided to not record it. But it is required to be communicated to you all here tonight. And it was corrected in the current, in fiscal year 25. And then there's a couple slides with some financial information. Assets are increasing, liabilities are decreasing. Net position has increased consistently every year. Revenues exceeding expenditures, and then that revenues over expenses page shows that as well. But yeah, all good.
No, I didn't, Jody. There's a motion on the floor, need a second.
Second.
Have a motion to second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Hi,
Opposed, same sign. Item 8B.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
CPP and FRYSC, I so move.
B.
Continuation
To
program
approve.
plan
Your
for the
turn.
Family Resource Center.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8C, review approve ServPro agreement.
Remind me, ServPro is,
So just a company, if we were to have a disaster, you know, major roof leak, something that's gonna be massive expenditure, we don't have to wait till the next morning. We can make a phone call, gives them the ability to come in, something we know that's gonna end up being an insurance claim.
got it.
And we're not agreeing to pay them anything, but they require their terms and conditions to be approved ahead of time. So if you did call them, you know, we're not saying we're gonna do anything. You could bid it if you need to bid it. You know, if it's, you know, small enough for emergency, you don't have to bid, you wouldn't have to, but they want their terms and conditions approved ahead of time. And I've reviewed, don't have a problem with it, but we're not committing to pay them anything.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Item D, review approve pre-employment transition services, pre-EPS. Mr. Organ?
So, and Ms. Bishop, do you want to touch on this real quick?
Yeah, so, currently for pre-ed services, that's a service for, transition services for kids that are graduating. The Office of Vocational Rehab pays for that service for the state of Kentucky. Gallatin County currently doesn't have anyone to provide that service to our students. There just hasn't been anyone who's been willing to drive down. So Hannah Simpson is actually gonna be leaving us to start her own business doing this, and she has agreed to serve Gallatin as one of her areas. So she would bill Office of Voc Rehab directly, and then she would be able to serve as that person to attend ARC meetings, or if students were attending, like JCTC and doing some dual credit, she could help them with applications to other colleges, kind of help them with their courses, and then bill the Office of Voc Rehab for that.
And all that's at no cost to the district.
No cost to us.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
John so moves.
I'll second.
Ms. Ashley seconds. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. On 8E or 8F first?
E.
Item 8E, review approve One Quest Health MOU.
So that is formerly Chunk. They just had a name change, but this just gives them the ability to provide one-on-one virtual counseling services to our students. It's just another option that we have to help service our students that need a little bit extra, some counseling services, and again, is at no cost to the district.
Move to approve.
Second.
Ms. Becky so moves. Mr. Jones seconds. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Item 8G, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. F.
Okay,
F.
now I can hear you. Item 8G.
F.
F. You're on F.
8F, review approve the purchase of Chromebooks from, however you say that.
So this is just the normal cycle of keeping.
Yes,
the
this is what we
books
talked
up.
about last year
Yeah.
and purchasing these on an annual basis for 3 grade levels.
I move to approve.
I'll second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item G, review approved 26 Gallatin County Fair Board sponsorship. I so move.
Second.
Mr. Jones second. There
We
no
know them,
discussion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I guess it did. I couldn't hear you all. Item H, enter into executive section regarding KRS 64.810, paragraph 1, subsection F. For discussion or hearing which might lead to the discipline, dismissal, or expulsion of a Gallatin County student. I'll so move.
Second.
Somebody second there. I know. they
Becky.
did. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Thank you all.
See you guys.
We're in closed session.